In today's video, we visit a tower known as the highest little castle in the Cotswolds. Come along with me to Broadway Tower. Hello, welcome to Through Lucy's Lens, weekly videos where I go somewhere interesting and hopefully you will find them interesting too. I've always been fascinated by this place. I'm very lucky being a Brummie. The beautiful Cotswolds are within easy reach, and today I'm going to be exploring the beautiful Broadway Tower and surrounding areas. Fascinating little folly, lots going on, and then we're also going to have a little explore of the surrounding areas too. And do you want to know a secret? Do you know why I'm here today? Because it's my wedding anniversary. And this is my life now. What do you want to do for your wedding anniversary? I want to go to Broadway Tower and I want to do some exploring for the channel. So come with me. As always, very excited. Looking forward to you coming along. Let's go. Broadway Tower is an iconic landmark in the Cotswolds, and plenty of Brummies like me have fond memories of this place, as it's most definitely on the Brummie Day Out drive to the countryside circuit, and has been for many generations. The tower has a fascinating history that spans several centuries. Perched on Broadway Hill, it offers stunning views of the surrounding countryside and is one of the highest points on the Cotswolds. From the top of the tower you can find a view spanning 16 counties and 62 miles in each direction. Rising 312 metres above sea level, Beacon Hill was a natural place to build the tower, as for centuries it had been used as a place to send long-distance signals and was used for this purpose long before the tower was built, including the warning of the advent of the Spanish Armada in May 1588. The idea for Broadway Tower was conceived in the late 18th century by Barbara, Lady Coventry. She wondered if a beacon on the hill could be seen from her house in Worcester, Coombe Court. The project was undertaken by the renowned landscaper Capability Brown, who often collaborated with an architect called James Wyatt. Sadly, Capability died before the tower could be built, so the task was handed over in full to Wyatt under the instruction of Lady Coventry's husband, George William, the 6th Earl of Coventry. The tower was constructed between 1797 and 1798. Its design is a unique blend of Gothic and Saxon styles, intended to resemble a romanticised version of a medieval castle with gargoyles and balconies. The three-turreted structure rises 65 feet, or 20 metres in new money, high, and is built from the local Cotswold stone. This gives the tower a warm, honey-coloured appearance. Although Broadway Tower is a folly, it was built with a practical use in mind. First, as a place for entertainment for Lady Coventry and her hunting party, as a sign of wealth, and also, heartwarmingly, as an everlasting love token from the Earl, her husband. Sadly, neither lived long enough to enjoy the tower for very long, but the tower is decorated inside today as it may have been in the Georgian period. It's in the 19th century, however, that I think the story of the tower becomes really interesting. Broadway Tower became a cultural hub. It was leased by a quirky and eccentric character, Sir Thomas Phillips. He was a notable antiquarian and printer who used the tower to house his extensive collection of rare manuscripts and books. He said he wanted to own a copy of every single book in the world, but sadly he never achieved this. But during the time he leased the tower, it was packed to the rafters with books and printing presses, academics, and from the tower he ran his enterprise, Middle Hill Press. Later, the tower attracted prominent figures from the arts and crafts movement, including William Morris, a famous designer, poet and social reformer. Morris and his friends were drawn to the tower's picturesque setting and used it as a retreat from the industrialisation of cities. William Morris was said to take a bath at the top of the tower and would complain that the bubbles blew away, but it also blew away his melancholy. I don't know about you, but I'm always drawn to the designers, eccentrics and dreamers of the 19th and 20th century. I think it's because I see myself in them. Sadly, when they left, the tower entered a period of decline. But in the 20th century, Broadway Tower took on a new role. It was used as a lookout point during World War II, with its high vantage point proving strategically valuable. The site includes a memorial to the crew of an AW-38 Whitley bomber, which crashed near the tower during the war. The aircraft stalled on approaching Honeybourne on the 17th of June 1942 at 2:15 p.m. The aircraft crashed and killed all but one of the 7 crew. One of the crew on board was a Canadian airman. The one survivor was Rear Gunner Victor Gerald Harris. The lookout based at the tower tried to save their souls, but sadly it was in vain. In 1949, the tower came up for sale after the National Trust declined to receive it as a gift. I bet they regret that now. And after this, a series of tenant farmers used the tower as a home for them and their families. The tower was back up for sale in the late 1970s and was purchased in 1980 by the Will family. It's still privately owned by the same family today, who maintain the upkeep of the tower alongside allowing visitors from all over the world to enjoy this unique, highest little castle in the Cotswolds. So apparently Birmingham is 30 miles over there. Hi home! How lucky am I that when I first got here, I thought there's me and the rest of the UK have come to see Broadway Tower today. But now I'm at the top, I'm completely on my own and it's so beautiful. I'm probably not managing to capture just how stunning it is through the camera. But what a privilege to be able to build something like this as a love token and to be able to enjoy this view every day, because it's like flying without being on an aeroplane. So now I'm going to make my way down the tower, and I have heard that they found a nuclear bunker here. A nuclear bunker. So I'm going to go and check that out now too. If you come to Broadway Tower, the stairs, they're knee pinchers, but it's worth it because it's beautiful. It's really nice to see it has been done up into these Georgian rooms, but part of me would love to have seen what it was like when it was just a farmhouse, when it was just a farmer living here with his family, lucky chap. And yeah, just, I love seeing any sort of historical buildings. I don't know why I've chosen to talk to you on these stairs. It's a flipping nightmare. But I think it's because there's so many people here. I would love to have seen it as it was when it was a farmhouse. Even though we can all dream about living in Georgian grandeur. And I think the first room was so beautiful. Right, let's go and see this nuclear bunker. Located just a short walk from the tower is the Royal Observer Corps nuclear bunker. It was built and made operational in 1961 and stayed a closely guarded secret covered by the Official Secrets Act until it was decommissioned in 1991. Originally, there were more than 1,500 monitoring posts like this scattered underneath the ground across the United Kingdom, but it's now just one of a handful that have been restored to their original condition. Note that the bunker is run entirely by volunteers and you can look round by timed ticketed entry only. I am so sorry to let you down, but I can't go in the bunker. Not because of national security, it's completely open to anyone that wants to go in there, but because I've got bad knees. It's a 15-foot vertical ladder to enter the bunker, and unfortunately, with my who knows what's wrong with my knees, I've just got bad knees, I can't get down there, and even if I could get down there I probably wouldn't be able to get back up, and I don't want that kind of embarrassment on a Sunday. So it's here if you want to go and see it. It was built in 1960 as part of a network of nuclear bunkers across England. This one reported back to Oxford. All the original equipment is in there. There are volunteers to give you a tour. So if you're interested in Cold War history and you happen to be coming to see Broadway Tower, pop yourself in there, and if you do go in, let me know what it's like, because I am having major FOMO now. Stupid knees. The town of Broadway is nearby the tower and is known as the gateway to the Cotswolds. I couldn't resist a little look round on my way back home, and I visited on a Sunday once all the shops had closed, because the towns in the Cotswolds, like Broadway, Bourton-on-the-Water, gosh, they get busy during the summer. Unpleasantly busy, I think. Probably because of their reputation of being quintessentially English, they're packed with people from all over the world. So if you want to visit the Cotswolds and one of these beautiful villages, I really do suggest you come in spring or autumn where the crowds are fewer, so you can really soak the atmosphere up. Broadway is a beautiful town with a traditional village green, a mix of medieval, Georgian and Victorian architecture, with many of the homes being built in the stunning Cotswold stone. There are traditional tea rooms and pubs and all the things you would expect wrapped up in a chocolate box English village. As a side note, visiting the Cotswolds is quite expensive. Food and drink here also comes with that Cotswolds price tag, so if you're visiting, be prepared. I always think it must absolutely drive the locals who actually live here and work here mad that all these people pile into their villages of the weekend. And I'm not talking about the people with second homes. I'm talking about the people that live here day in, day out. It's absolutely beautiful. I can see why coach loads of people turn up. And look, here we've actually got a chocolate shop in a chocolate box cottage. The Ligon Arms, I think, is the most interesting building in Broadway. A coaching inn, it stood here since the 14th century and is on a road that runs from London through to Oxford through to Worcester, which would have been a really important route. It's hosted some really notable figures in English history, including King Charles I and Oliver Cromwell. I'm presuming they weren't here at the same time. My nan dreamed of staying at the Ligon Arms. It was a place that they came camping during the summer, and my mum remembers it well. And she always wanted to have a meal here and stay the night, and she never got to. So maybe, Nan, one day I will. As always, I just want to thank you for watching these videos. You are so appreciated. I couldn't do this without you. I really couldn't do this without you. You support me, your comments, you're all wonderful. Thank you so much. And until the next one, who knows where we're going? I will see you then. Bye-bye.